Okay guys, so we have a not so sexy mobility exercise for you, and it is just a hip joint circle. So what we're going to do is try to work on improving our motor control of our hip joints. So we're going to work on moving our hip joint throughout its entire range of motion and really create tension and strength at the outer ranges of our hip joint range of motion. So what we're going to need for this is a tennis ball or a lacrosse ball, something to place on our lower back. So if our lower back is moving too much, the ball will fall off, and we know, okay, we need to work on our lumbopelvic control so we can move our hip without the lower back coming along for the ride. So we're just going to be in a quadruped position, so on our hands and knees, we're going to put this ball on our lower back, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. From here, we're just going to make a big joint circle with our hip going through flexion, abduction, internal rotation, and hip extension for the first circle. Then we're going to go the exact opposite. So we're going to go through extension, external rotation, flexion, and abduction. Alright, so it's going to look just like this. Go into hip flexion, abduction, internal rotation, and extension, making that circle as big as you can without the ball coming off. So it might be a lot smaller than you think, and that's totally fine. And then in the opposite direction, it would look like this. Alright, another way that we can do this is without the ball, and we can go on our back, and we can just do a big hip circle with a longer lever arm. So it would look something like this. We can go into hip flexion, abduction, external rotation, and we're just working on moving that hip around without our pelvis rotating all over the place. So explore all of those range of motions that you have through the hip, and you can go in both directions. And there you guys have it, the not so sexy hip joint circles, which are great at improving your hip mobility, really waking up all those mechanoreceptors within your joints to give you more proprioception and more neurological information for what's going on at that hip joint. Give it a shot.